Shabbat Shalom. In this week's Parshat Vayera, we read about the defense of Abraham, of the people of Sodom. How could he do this? They are so different to him. Let's dive into the story and ask ourselves the question, what would you do if you were Abraham? In our parsha this week, Abraham is confronted by God, who says to him, I'm going to destroy the city of Sodom, for they are evil. Abraham immediately jumps to the defense of the people of Sodom. He argues with God, bargaining God down from 50, down to 40, down to even 10 righteous people in the city of Sodom. Abraham succeeds in saving his nephew Lot, his wife and his daughters, but he fails to save the people of Sodom. The question that I ponder when I read this story is twofold. Number one, how could Abraham actually do this? Argue with God? And the answer to that question is he learned from the failure of Noah. Noah, when confronted by God about when God says, I'm going to destroy the world, Noah is silent. The prophet Isaiah refers to the waters of the flood as the Mei Noach, the waters of Noah. Noah is held accountable for not speaking out or arguing with God on behalf of humanity. So when God comes to Abraham and says, I'm going to destroy the city of Sodom, Abraham stands up to defend them. He does not wish to make the same mistake as the great Noah. But there's something even more powerful, and that is Abraham stands up to defend the people of Sodom, the people who he ideologically, morally, ethically, religiously disagrees with, and yet he stands up to defend them. In our world, we live in what is called the cancel culture. We have echo chambers. We only hear what we want to hear. When you click on Facebook and have the line being fed to you, you're in an echo chamber. You only hear the same narratives being presented to you again and again and again, reinforcing what you believe. And suddenly you hear a position from someone else articulated by the other side of the political divide. You cannot understand them. You shut down the feed. You cancel them. You block them. This was not the way of Abraham. This is not the Jewish way. Because if we are not willing to listen to the other side in a political argument, in a philosophical argument, in a religious debate, how are we supposed to articulate or crystallize our own thinking? When I hear someone on the other side of the political divide arguing their case, I immediately have two responses. Number one, let me try and understand what they're actually saying, because what they're saying is so counter to what I'm used to. Quite often, I'll get frustrated. I may even get angry about their positions. But I think about not what they say, not who they are, but what they are saying. And then I ask myself a second question. How do you respond to what they are saying? And if I can think of good answers, fine and well. I've crystallized my position. I understand where I differ with this person. But if I don't, and I have no good answers for what they've had to say, well, then I have another problem. And that is, how can I maintain or keep my views when there is so much support and evidence to the contrary? And I might have to swallow that bitter pill and acknowledge that I'm wrong in this particular case. But because it is so hard to admit that I'm wrong, I'd rather just cancel, shoot the messenger, so I can continue going on my own level. Abraham argued on behalf of the people of Sodom. And the question I have is, if I was in Abraham's shoes, would I stand and argue for them in front of God? I leave this question for you to reflect on this week. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that first subscription button and notification bell and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.